Our topic for today is all about fraction. So I'm sure familiar kayo sa fraction. So let's bring back your memories about fraction. So fraction is a ratio of integers where a and b are integers and b is not equal to 0. Why does b should not be equal to 0? Because it is undefined, having 0 as the denominator. So in short, fraction is a part of a whole. Itong letter A, ito yung numerator natin, and itong letter B is our denominator. So we have, for example, a pizza. So we'll cut it into 8 parts. So we have 8 parts in our pizza. So for example, binawasan ko siya ng dalawa. So 8 minus 2, nonetheless, we have 6 na lang. So ang natira na lang sa pizza natin is 6 out of 8 parts. So this is an example of a fraction. So we will now proceed to the types of fraction. So sa type of fraction, we will use mnemonic. Mnemonic, plime, P-L-I-M-E, para madali nyo siyang matandaan. So pag plime, so our P stands for proper fraction. Proper fraction. So sa proper fraction, when you see proper fraction, the numerator is smaller than denominator. For example, 2 is equal to, 2 all over 5. So as you can see, this is our numerator and this is our denominator. So sabi dito, ang proper fraction is numerator is smaller than denominator. So 2 is less than 5. So this is an example of proper fraction. Next naman sa ating mnemonic is L, which is liked fraction. Sa liked fraction naman, we have same denominator. So for example, 3 over 7 and 4 over 7. So it is called like fraction because it has same denominator. Next naman is improper fraction. Improper fraction. Sa improper fraction naman, opposite siya ng proper fraction. Kasi mas maliit yung denominator natin kaysa sa numerator. So for example, 7 all over 2. So as you can see, this is our numerator and this is our denominator. So mas malaki yung ating numerator kesa sa denominator. So that is our improper fraction. Next naman sa ating mnemonic, plime. Plime, which is M, mixed fraction. Mixed fraction. Sa mixed fraction, we have, or it is composed of a whole number and a fraction. For example, 3 and 1 and a half. So ganito ang itsura ng ating mixed fraction. We have here the 3 as the whole number and 1/2 as our fraction. Another example is 5, 7 over 10. So 5 and it is read as 5 and 7 over 10. So 5 is our whole number and 7 over 10 is our fraction. So the last one in our mnemonic plime, letter E is equal to stands for equivalent. Equivalent fraction. Sa equivalent fraction naman, it is those written in different numerator and or denominator pair, but the result is the same. So, sa equivalent fraction, magkaiba sila ng number. Pero, kung titignan mo, same lang sila ng value or result. For example, 1/2 is equal to 5/10. Why? 1/2 is equal to 5/10. When you divide 5/10 to its greatest common factor, which is, ang common factor niya is 5. So, you will divide it by 5. So, we have 5 divided by 5 equals 1. And 10 divided by 5 equals 2. So, we have 1/2. So, ganun ang equivalent fraction. Now, we have our fundamental of operations on fractions. We have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So, first, we will have our addition. So, in number 1 example, 5/9 plus 3/9. So, as you can see, we have same denominator. Same denominator siya. So, wala tayong problema. Madali lang siya i-add kasi ganito lang siya. So, 9, copy the denominator if it has the same denominator. So, we have 5 plus 3. So, our answer is equal to 8/9. Again, madali lang i-add ang fraction pag same lang sila ng denominator. Dito sa number 2 naman, dito lang may konting problema kasi we will have to find the least common factor ng ating denominator. So, ang ating denominator is equal to 8 and 5. So, anong least common factor ng 8 and 5? So, we have 40 as our least common factor. Kasi, diba, divisible ang 40 sa 8 and divisible din ng 40 sa 5. So, 40 divided by 8 is equal to 5. 40 divided by 5 is equal to 8. So, now, 40 divided by 8 is equal to 5. So, 5 times 3 equals 15. Then, plus 40 divided by 5, we have 8 times 2 equals 16. So, we have 15 plus 16, 31 all over 40. So, meron pa bang lowest term ang 31 over 40? Wala na kasi wala na silang divisible. Hindi na sila ma-convert into lowest term. So, ito na ang final answer natin. So, sa subtraction naman tayo, we have number 1, 2 all over 5 minus 1 all over 5. We have the same denominator, so we will just add our numerators. Copy the denominator, then add the subtract the numerator. We have 2 minus 1, 1 all over 5 as our answer. Sa number 2 naman, we have different denominator, so we will find the least common factor ng 8 and 7. So, when you say least common factor ng 8 and 7, find a number, lowest number, na pwede siyang i-divide sa 8 and 7. It is divisible by 8 and it is divisible by 7. So, we have our least common factor for 8 and 7. We have 8 times 7. So, we have 56. So, 56. Ang tanong, lower na ba ang 56? So, 56 divided by 8, we have 7. And 56 divided by 7, we have 8. So, our least common factor is 56. So, 56 divided by 8, we have 56 divided by 8, we have 7. So, 7 times 3 equals 21. Plus, 56 divided by 7, 8 times 2, minus pala, sorry. Minus, so 8 times 2 equals 16. So we have 21 minus 16. We have 5 all over 56. So our final answer is 5 over 56. So for our multiplication, we have number 1 example, 1/3 times 2/3. Sa multiplication naman, we will just multiply the numerator and its denominator. So 1 times 2 equals 2. Then 3 times 3 equals 9. So i-convert mo lang siya sa lowest term if it is possible. So 2 all over 9, wala naman siya. Hindi na siya pwedeng maging lowest. Hindi na siya pwedeng i-convert pa sa pinaka-lowest kasi wala na siyang ano. It is the final answer. So number 2 is 3/4 times 5 over 6. So we have 3 times 5, 15. 4 times 6, 24. So ma-convert pa ba siya into lowest term? Yes, because it is divisible by 3. So divided by 3 equals 5. 24 divided by 3 equals 8. So our final answer is 5 over 8. Remember to always convert your answer, if it is possible, to lowest term. So sa division naman, may rule tayo dito. So number 1, 3 all over 7 divided by 6 all over 5. Our divisor, ibabaliktarin mo yung denominator and numerator, then that's the time i-multiply mo siya. So 3 all over 7, then times, baliktarin mo yung denominator and numerator ng divisor natin. We have 5 over 6. So that's the time mag-multiply na tayo. We have 3 times 5, 15 all over 7 times 6, 42. So 15 divided by 42, 15 all over 42, nasa lowest term na ba siya? Hindi pa. Because it can be divided pa rin into 3. So we have 15 divided by 3, 5. So 42 divided by 3, we have 14. So it is our final answer, 5 all over 14. Next example, we have 7 all over 8. 7 all over 8. Again, the rule, baliktarin ang numerator and denominator ng divisor. We have 20 all over 6. Saka natin i-multiply. So we have 7 times 20, we have 140. And then 8 times 6, we have 48. So it is still divisible. It can be converted into lowest term. Ano ba ang kanyang possible na greatest or madidivide natin sa kanya to convert it into lowest term? We have, try natin ang 4. So we have divided by 4, divided by 4. So 140 divided by 4, 12, 30, 35. All over 48 divided by 4, 12. So, lowest term na ba siya? It is sa lowest term na siya, no? Kasi wala na siyang possible na ma-divide pa. 35, 12, wala na silang greatest common factor. 35 over 12 ang ating final answer, or we can convert it into mixed fraction. So we have ilang 12 ba meron sa 35? We have 24 lang. So ibig sabihin 2 times 12, 24 35 minus 24, 11 over 12. So, ito or. Ito, answer natin. Pwede yan. Pwede rin ito.